everybody! I hope everyone is still surviving the quarantine. I'm still riding my bike and reading the book of Dune and doing a lot of stuff with Nathan, so I'm doing pretty well. Hopefully more places will open up soon, but until then, why don't you like, share, comment, subscribe, and watch the rest of my videos. I have some ideas for some more videos, but the timing is not very good with quarantine. I wanted to do a week in the life, but since I'm not really doing anything right now during the week, it's not very good. So please send in some questions for me. It can be about anything, about my personal life, my CP, my family, my hobbies. I had someone on Instagram send me a question about how many pillows I sleep with, so if you just send in some questions, I will answer those in a new video soon. But on to what I'm going to be talking about. I already did a video on how to react if I fall down, and this video is really similar to that one. Here are some of my tips for reacting to and approaching someone with a disability. First off, I'm not a museum exhibit, okay? People have been gawking at me for my whole life, and it's not nice. And for the record, pretending to be interested in my shoes doesn't help you. Chances are, if you're staring at me, I'm staring back at you. This happens a lot, so I can't recall a specific story, but I do know that my immediate response to people doing this is staring back and making them extremely uncomfortable. If you absolutely have to stare at me, at least smile. People make eye contact with me, then I just get this face. If you're shy or just don't feel like coming over to talk to me about the way I walk, just look friendly, especially if you feel it necessary to gawk at me for a minute and a half. Which leads me into number 2. Please come over and talk to me about my disability, and if you do, I can guarantee it's going to feel awkward. I don't think it's awkward because I'm used to people not knowing how to ask me appropriately what's going on. There's usually a lot of vague gesturing and mostly incoherent speech. I get it, I know what you're trying to ask me, it's okay. I even had little kids come up to me and straight up ask, "What's wrong with you?" They're kids, so they don't know any better, but I at least know what they're asking. Sometimes I even get people who assume I'm injured. Once, a priest who came to my high school saw me and asked if I had a bad knee, so I just explained, "No, I was born with a disability, and it makes my walking look a bit funny," and that was it. It wasn't awkward at all. But in case anyone ever does meet me for the first time and wants to ask, the best response is, "Why do you walk the way you do?" That works fine, and if you come face to face with someone who's just injured, it's not insulting to them either. If you watched my video about when I fall down, I mentioned that when I fall, I need space. The same thing applies to just me in general. Most of my friends are pretty good about not doing that, but I do have one or two. If you don't understand what I mean by giving me space, don't hover. This is mostly people I've recently met because they don't get it as well as my good friends do. It can be friends, but it's the people who are longtime friends and don't spend an abundance of time around me. I'm not fragile and I can survive on my own. I've had to be pretty independent and adaptive my whole life, and I'm not gonna die going up a flight of stairs or just walking down the street. I have a couple friends who are pretty protective of me. One of them is constantly worrying about me going upstairs, and the other is terrified of me falling and would hold his arms like this. If I need your help, I'll ask for it. You don't need to watch my every move and walk around like you're ready for an attack at all times. Just calm down a little bit. You don't need to safeguard me. So that's all I can think of that's important. Please share, like, subscribe, and comment questions for my next Q&A. Keep hanging in there, everybody. I miss everyone, and stay safe. Bye!